American has to do about it now. And also, my crazy speculation about why it happened. Plus the general, we're also going to get into just the general awfulness of how flying's going to be really bad for a while.
I have to say, I was nervous about this weekend. Everything went flawlessly. Burbank to Oakland, no delays, no nothing. It was great.
That's good. Hey, let's get a news update from Jennifer Jones-Lee, and then we'll continue handle on the news. Oh, you get to be like Michelle Cube at Pastathon when we come back. You've got the totals for a different, it's not Pastathon, and it's not a charity. But it was an event with a number, and you'll have the number for the big event that everyone's been waiting for. After Jennifer Jones-Lee gives us some news on KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeart app. Jennifer's live from the 24-hour KFI newsroom.
Lots of tension on the streets in Akron, Ohio, where protests have been going on after the shooting of a young African-American man by police. This all happened yesterday. We saw the footage yesterday of 25-year-old Jalen Walker's encounter with the cops. 8 officers are on paid administrative leave. The officers say that Walker fired at least one round at them before they chased him, and police did find a gun in Walker's vehicle. 4th of July has started, and already air travelers are seeing hundreds of delays. FlightAware reports there have been 350 delays in the U.S. in just the early mornings of this holiday. And the Birmingham Stallions won the USFL football season. This was the inaugural season. Did you watch? I watched one game. The Stallions won the title last night in Ohio with a 33-30 win over the Philadelphia Stars. From the Driveway.com Weather Center, we've got a mostly sunny day ahead. Temperatures are going to be, like Wayne said, super nice today with highs upper 60s, low 70s at the beaches, mid to upper 70s for Metro LA and OC, just the low to mid 80s for the valleys and the IE. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places, and we're looking at the 110 again.
Still a mess for the drive, Jen, on the southbound side as folks are making their way from Exposition to Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. All southbound lanes are still shut down for the drive. That's due to a fatality crash investigation that does continue with involving a pedestrian. Looks like you're also still seeing all lanes shut down further southbound on the 110 from Florence to Manchester. That is due to a separate crash. So you're seeing a mess for the drive along the 110. Plan for the 405 south as your alternate right now. Out of West LA off the 10 all the way through Hawthorne and Lenox to the 105. Looks like a good wide open drive there. 710 southbound off the 5 out of Commerce in East LA. That'll be a smooth ride as you make your way toward the 105. KFI in the Sky helps get to there faster. I'm Nick Poliokini.
Want to make sure your recycling actually gets recycled? Californians are recycling smarter with tips on how to empty, dry, and sort properly. Visit iRecycleSmart.com to take your recycling to the next level. That's iRecycleSmart.com. Do your part. Recycle smart.
This report is sponsored by the Auto Club of Southern California. With AAA's legendary roadside assistance, they'll cover you in any car, SUV, or pickup truck, whether you're the driver or passenger. Join AAA today for 50% off with 3 free associates. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Visit AAA.com for details.
Hey everyone, Mario Lopez here. I am a native Southern Cali boy, so I know a little bit about hot temperatures and drought, unfortunately. But now that we're in our 3rd consecutive year of it, Lopez Van Bam is stepping up to make water saving a way of life. We even made it fun planting water smart plants with our kids and adjusting our sprinklers so we only water where needed. Has totally changed our yard game, and we're doing other things too, and so can you. Visit SaveOurWater.com to get more tips, and let's save California's water together.
I'm attorney Darren Kapinoki from 1-800-NO-CUFFS. Can you do the alphabet backwards? Z, Y, X, W, V. Yeah, try doing that by the side of the road. So if you get pulled over, don't wing it. Call us at 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
Baseball's rising stars and your favorite celebs team up for MLB's All-Star Saturday in LA. It's all going down at Dodger Stadium on July 16th. First, big-time prospects show out in the Sirius XM All-Star Futures game. Then, A-listers hit the field for a fun-filled showdown in the MGM Rewards All-Star Celebrity Softball game. All capped by a live performance from Becky G. For tickets, go to allstargames.com.
Save on juicy summer berries at Whole Foods Market. Get 16-ounce organic strawberries, 2 for $6 through July 5th. Plus an extra 10% off for Prime members while supplies last. Promotion varies by location type. See terms and exclusions on our app.
Gas prices, food prices, oxygen prices.
The cost of living is getting insane.
A vacation is probably out of the question. Right.
Wrong.
KFI has your inflation vacation with $1,000 every weekday from 9 a.m. through 6 p.m.
Just listen for the keyword, then enter it at kfiam640.com/cash.
No texting, just winning.
Powered by Sweet James Accident Attorneys. If you're hurt in an accident, winning is everything. Call the winning attorneys at Sweet James. 800-500-5200. That's 800-500-5200 or sweetjames.com.
Listen to win $1,000 every hour, weekdays from 9 a.m. through 6 p.m.
An inflation vacation
on KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart app. Good morning. Bill Handel's show. Bill's on vacation. I'm here. Jennifer Jones-Lee is here. And we're doing Handle on the News. Handle on the News brought to you by the Lemon Law experts at Knight Law Group. Think your car might be a lemon? Call 844-43-LEMON.
All right, as Wayne said, as Michelle will do at the Pastathon every year, we'll come back and we'll say, at the end of this hour, we have raised X amount of pasta and sauce for Katerina's Club and X amount of money. I have a total for you. As of Saturday, this many pounds of illegal fireworks were collected during the LA second annual fireworks buyback event in Mission Hills, and it is 673 pounds of illegal fireworks collected, which is an increase of 31% over last year's event.
And it is less, way less than they found at that one house last week.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, that's the same thing with gun buybacks. You get a certain number of guns, and it's a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of all the illegal guns out there. Can we agree it's better than nothing?
Absolutely.
And can we agree it's not hurting anybody?
No.
To have a gun buyback, or in this case, a fireworks buy. It doesn't hurt anybody.
No.
So, certainly nothing to get upset about. Okay, there was a shooting at a shopping mall in Denmark. 3 people dead, 4 others seriously wounded. And the government would like you to know that it is not terror-related. The gunman acted alone, selected his victims at random. Oh, 2 17-year-olds amongst the victims.
Yeah.
Is that where we are now? Anytime there's a shooting, we assume it's terrorism until they tell us, don't worry, it's not terrorism. And also, it's kind of an odd message. Don't worry, it's not terrorism.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's okay?
Feels like
or it's not as bad?
A backhanded compliment.
Is it worse
kind of.
if it's worse? Is it worse if it's terrorism?
Not to the families of those 2 17-year-olds. I don't care.
It's just odd, this new narrative now. Where that's the big thing, is it looks like one of the very first thing authorities do is try to rule out terrorism. The only thing that I can think of that maybe makes some sense is if it's terrorism, the likelihood that there'll be another and another very soon are higher than if it's not.
All right, this story is coming out of Ohio, and it's been all over the news all weekend. So, officers tried to stop a man named Jalen Walker, 25 years old. He was driving down the road, and they said they tried to stop him for unspecified traffic and equipment violations. So that would be like, tail light out or something like that, equipment violation. Anyway, they say less than a minute into the pursuit, which was them trying to pull him over, the sound of a shot was heard from Jalen Walker's car. And I guess the department cameras that were either on the car or on the cops, I'm not sure, captured what looks like a muzzle flash coming from the vehicle. So that then goes from a routine traffic stop. Now we've got a public safety issue, and they're following the guy who shot then at cops, they think. Now, apparently, a person wearing a ski mask exit the passenger door of Jalen Walker's car and run towards a parking lot. Police chase this person for about 10 seconds before officers fire from multiple directions, and I guess it lasted 6 or 7 seconds that you could hear everybody shooting. At least one officer tried to use a stun gun, but that was unsuccessful, they said. And then the big thing here is that when Jalen Walker was shot, he was unarmed. So the headlines are, police shoot unarmed black man. And unfortunately, in this case, you don't have the whole story on it. Whether or not this turns out to be, in fact, a muzzle fire that they saw from the car. They did find a gun inside the car. So I think it's just important to know there was a backstory. But now all these officers are on paid administrative leave. They'll go through. Did they go through the proper protocol? That kind of thing. Did they really fear for their lives? I don't know.
So policing is becoming impossible. And depending on where in an incident you want to focus, you can have the conclusion that cops are out of control and racist and killing black people because they like to. Or you can come away with the conclusion that every time a police officer is forced to fire his gun because somebody created a dangerous situation, they get no respect or no credit. Check this out. Going backwards. I want to go backwards.
Okay.
Here's this guy. They opened fire on him. They're saying he was shot more than 60 times. And he's an unarmed black man. Okay, cops are racist and they like to hunt down black men and kill them. Let's move back one step. They saw a muzzle flash coming out of his car, assuming they had been fired upon. Then he flees. They try to taser. They have every reason to assume that this guy has a gun and is willing to fire at a police officer. They're saying he made some kind of movement towards his waist and or turned towards the officers, both of which could be interpreted as the danger sign he's getting ready to shoot. And so they exercised lawful deadly force. Let's go back one more. Here's a black guy driving around and they decide they have to pull him over for something like a license plate light or a blinker or something like that. Oh, we're back to cops are racist and going after black people. See? So it's really, and every time this happens, obviously, it just further divides us in terms of which part of the story that you want to focus on. Oh, okay, so Representative Adam Kinzinger, Republican, Illinois, member of the House Select Committee on the January 6th Capitol riot, said yesterday on one of those news chat shows that they keep getting more testimony. As the hearings continue, he says, every day we get new people that come forward and say, hey, I got something to say about all this too. Okay, great. So this is turning into like auditions for America's Got Political Scoop? Is that what's happening now? I mean, aren't we all waiting now for the people who would have better knowledge of the Trump in the car story for them to come testify?
Yes.
Everybody's gone crazy. Cassidy Hutchinson said, oh, yeah, this other guy told me this happened and this happened. And now, because, see, here's the thing. They should never have had her testify about that. They should have had her testify only to stuff she saw with her own eyes and heard with her own ears. And smelled with her own nose and tasted with her own tongue and felt with her own fingertips, I guess. Any of the senses are okay. What they should have done is when she told them that before the public hearing, they should have went after the people who were in that vehicle.
Yeah.
And subpoenaed them and had them tell the story. Because otherwise, this is what's happening now, is it's just all this swirl. Then, apparently the guy who supposedly told Hutchinson what happened now says, no, that didn't happen.
Right.
But then other reports are coming out that, oh, yeah, in the Secret Service, it was a known thing for a long time. They would talk about how on January 6th, Trump had grabbed for the steering wheel and all of that. And it was this story. So I contacted some of my friends with the Secret Service. And they all said, I never heard anything like that. Which doesn't mean anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying at least I did some independent checking, and the guys that I talked to, that's not like a story that was making the rounds where they were.
Interesting. Good for you, though, for going to the source.
Well, I'd like to know. I mean, I do want to know. That's why I want to hear from the people who were in the vehicle under oath.
Yeah.
What happened and didn't happen. Because I think we can agree on this. No matter if you're super MAGA and you got a red cap under your red cap, in case one gets blown off by the wind, you're still wearing one. Or you are like the poster child for Antifa. It doesn't matter. We should all agree it's a hell of a story.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Whether it's true or not is a separate inquiry, I think. All right. Hey, would you give us a news update if I'd ask nicely?
Certainly.
Jennifer, would you please give us a news update?
I'd love to, Wayne.
Ah, good. Then we'll continue Handle on the News. It's KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart app. Here's Jennifer Jones-Lee live from the 24-hour KFI newsroom.
A man's been arrested for allegedly assaulting a woman in a storage facility elevator in Irvine. He was taken into custody yesterday. Cops say he allegedly fondled the woman and punched her when she resisted. He was doing work for a moving company at the warehouse that day. A man was hurt in a shooting in La Habra last night. Cops have detained two people in connection. They're questioning these two guys in connection with the shooting that happened about 11:40 last night. The man who was shot was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Crimes on LA buses and trains. Crimes have increased. Metro plans to hire 300 uniformed people to act as transit ambassadors to discourage criminal activity and make riders feel safe. They'll be trained in customer service, cultural, and situational awareness. They will not be able to arrest anyone, nor will they be armed. And passengers had a scare at JFK Airport. ABC's Gio Benitez says security closed a terminal after workers found an abandoned bag yesterday.
Witnesses say over 1,000 people were evacuated. Police going through the terminal with canine units.
Thank God nothing happened. Thank God.
Police eventually clearing the airport, finding no threats.
A police spokeswoman said that when there is an unattended package or baggage, they take it very seriously. Let's get a look at your SoCal weather from KFI. It's going to be beautiful for the 4th of July. Upper 60s, low 70s at the beaches. Just the mid-70s for Orange County and Metro LA. And just the upper 70s, low 80s for the valleys and the IE. Let's get a look at your drive. The KFI in the sky. Jeff Gaw, happy 4th of July to you. Checking out the 101.
Well, right back at you, Jennifer. Thank you very much. Good morning to you. Now, first, I've got to be kind of the bummer part of this whole thing here, but really, one person killed in a traffic accident is way too much, of course. We've had a lot of people killed overnight years. It's really off the chart here, so please do be careful. We are circling over the 405-101 now. We've been here for about 7-8 minutes. LA City Fire pulled up here in CHP. They had all lanes shut down. Only about 30 seconds ago, they've opened up the lanes. Now, it's been, of course, a wide open drive coming west through the 405, but things are getting slow here. But again, the good news, they've opened some lanes. Looks like they're working the left lane. Maybe somebody went through the left shoulder down the embankment. Something going on. If you're coming across your Laurel Canyon right now, just be heads up. It's going to be a little slow here, but you can get through and continue West 101. And the transition to West 101 to North South 405, they're all open. South 405, you can play stickball on it. It's really great. Southbound 110 has been in trouble really through the early morning hours. Another fatality crash there. Get out of Manchester. We'll skip all the problems. We'll follow up on all this stuff. Don't go away. Jeff Baugh, KFI in the sky.
1-877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. 1-877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
With gas prices at all-time highs, now's the time to donate. Running or not, your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Donate your car today at carsforkids.org.
1-877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
Two
Need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindster today and save big. Blindster.com.
If you have several failing or missing teeth, Cumming Dental's latest technology is changing the way people deal with missing teeth. They have pioneered life-changing dental prosthetics like nobody else. Their new permanent teeth are completely lifelike with the natural feel and bite of real teeth. Other products are heavy, clanky, and don't feel natural. Go to CummingDental.com to see our current promotions. Call today for free exam and x-rays. Call 1-888-640-SMILE. 1-888-640-SMILE.
Cutting dental. Simply the
Oh, we know gas, food, energy prices have all skyrocketed here in SoCal.
Let's beat inflation with Solar Max technology. Go solar for $49.93 a month, 0 down, 0.99% APR.
Dial pound 250 on your cell and say that keyword SolarMax or go to solarmaxtech.com.
Monthly payment available on food credit CSLB number 97204.
I tend to second guess dinners with friends because they're often interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit Creon.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON.com.
Hey, SoCal. Going out for a drink? I'm attorney Darren Kapinoki of 1-800-NO-CUFFS. Better have your seatbelts on, your front license plate attached, and your registration handy. Don't give them a reason. 1-800-NO-CUFFS, because no one looks good in handcuffs, unless you're into that sort of thing. 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
For official rules and more information about contests on this station, go to KFIAM640.com/rules. KFI AM 640.
An iHeart radio station.
Get up, get down. Get up, get down. Get up.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart app. Good morning. It is the Bill Handel Show. Bill on vacation. Happy 4th of July to, not to you. It's not your birthday. I mean, it might be your birthday if you were born on the 4th of July. But it's the country's birthday. So happy birthday to the country. Don't try to, like, foreign in on the country's birthday party. All right? Hey, you want to do some more handle on the news, Jeff?
Yes, because I would like to talk about Elmo and Elmo getting in a fight. Although Elmo didn't know he was getting in a fight. He just thought he was getting a COVID-19 vaccine, right? Elmo was just trying to be safe, I guess. And posted on Twitter, it's the Sesame Street Twitter page, shows Elmo talking to his loving TV puppet dad, Louie, about feeling a little pinch when he got the shot. And then Louie said he had questions about Elmo getting the vaccine, but he talked to Elmo's pediatrician and decided that was the right thing to do for Elmo, his son. Now, press pause. Ted Cruz gets a look at this and goes ape or puppet or whatever he went. He took to Twitter where he said Elmo aggressively advocates for vaccinating young kids without citing specific scientific evidence. And then the tweet then goes to a link in a June news release where Cruz announced he and 17 fellow members of Congress had called on the FDA to answer questions about the COVID-19 vaccine for kids. One of them being the FDA has lowered the efficacy bar for COVID vaccines for the youngest kids. But what I think is even in the Twitter thing from Sesame Street, Louie asked Elmo's pediatrician if this was the right thing to do for Elmo. And the pediatrician said yes. And that's when Elmo got a little pinch. And now it's Elmo versus Ted Cruz.
This is going to be Ted Cruz's legacy. sneaking off to Mexico and fighting with Muppets. But didn't he go to Harvard?
I believe so.
What the hell? I have a real cognitive dissonance going that somebody who is a Harvard law grad is also like this. I can't reconcile the two. I don't know which part of it isn't really him. So in other words, he either got in by pulling strings and there's something corrupt about his whole time at Harvard, or this isn't really him. I don't mean he's been replaced with a clone. It's not the X-Files. But I mean, this is the part of him that's a political pander, and it's not really who he is in his heart. But he's looking for ways to score points with his constituency, and when that's what you're doing, sometimes you pick stupid fights like this. Because it's like, ooh, it's another opportunity to be anti-vaccine. I'll take it. And you see somebody else and go, it's Elmo, dude. It's Elmo. If you want to go after Fauci for getting COVID, all right, go ahead. Like, if you need this, you got to score points. But not Elmo. You look like a tool.
Leave puppet alone. By the way, just total offshoot. We were talking about people on the 4th of July who had birthdays on the 4th of July who were trying to, squeeze out America. You ready for these? I got a list.
Oh, the people whose birthdays are today?
Famous people whose birthdays are today.
All right, let's go.
Neil Simon, the playwright. Bill Withers, the singer-songwriter. Maria Obama. Somehow that seems normal, like a president's kid. Okay, that seems normal. Eva Marie Saint, the actress. Post Malone.
Oh.
Andrew Zimmerman, the chef and TV personality guy. Bald guy, wears glasses, does sort of those man versus food, but he goes to all the different countries.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. That guy. Geraldo Rivera. Gina Lola
Brigida?
Thank you. I was like, I can't say it. Stephen Foster, the composer. Nathaniel Hawthorne, the author. Actress Becky Newton. Calvin Coolidge. Okay, you have a president born on the 4th of July.
Yeah, but not a good one.
No.
We got a crappy president on the 4th of July.
John Waite.
Wait, didn't we have two presidents die on the 4th of July, though?
Oh.
Good ones?
I don't know.
Keep going. Sorry, who else is on your list?
Gertrude Lawrence, the actress, and, like I said, John Waite, singer-songwriter. I love John Waite.
From the Babies and his solo career. Oh, you know what? I'm blanking right now because I certainly couldn't have seen that coming, John Waite.
Yeah.
But he had a hit. Oh, man, and it's such an earworm.
Have a little
but now
faith
I'm
in me.
blanking on it. Huh?
Have a Little Faith in Me?
No.
I love his version of Have a Little Faith in Me.
It's an up mid-tempo thing. The title's one word, and it used to be in my iPod like constantly. I got to go find it again.
Tyler's thing?
That's exactly. Tyler's exactly correct.
I can't think of it.
Can you pull it up, Tyler, at all?
Good riff. The beginning.
People talking.
Oh,
yeah. Saying that you're leaving. So unhappy.
Yeah!
The way that you've been living.
Sorry, I just pegged the meters. Sorry.
We always wish for money. We always wish for fame. We think we have the answers. Some things ain't ever gonna change.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I gotta put that back in my iPod.
That's a good song. And it's not John Waite, it's John Hyatt who does Have a Little Faith in Me.
Yes, that's right. John Hyatt, who early in his career was the kind of an American answer to a Joe Jackson, Graham Parker, even early Elvis Costello, kind of new wave-ish or whatever. And then at some point he went like, nah, I'm going to be like a roots music Americana guy.
Right. Very, there's something Cochrane-y about him. Or Or no, maybe no. You know what? Joe Cocker, kind of that rat.
John Hyatt, people are like, we don't even know who that is. John Hyatt is a guy who you either love his first 3 albums and don't care for the rest, or the other way around. You love all his recent stuff, but the first 3 you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
But ne'er the twain shall meet. Gavin Newsom famously keeps saying that he doesn't really want to run for president or anything, but he's full of it because he's running an ad in Florida.
Yeah.
It's a 30-second spot. It's going to start airing today on Fox News in Florida, and it's him taking pot shots at Ron DeSantis and Ron DeSantis' policies. Here we go. I can't do an impression of his voice. We gotta meet the moment. No, that's not him. That's if you ask me to do my best impression of Gavin Newsom, that's all I got. We gotta meet this moment.
It's like Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah,
Meet
I know,
Gavin
but
Newsom.
be careful. Cruz is going to come after you, Wayne.
Freedom. It's under attack in your state. Republican leaders, they're banning books, making it harder to vote, restricting speech in classrooms, even criminalizing women and doctors. I urge all of you living in Florida to join the fight or join us in California, where we still believe in freedom. All right. That's what we need. We need a bunch of people from Orlando moving here. Yeah, that's going to make things better. Oh, my gosh. Hey, if I ask real nice, would you give us a news update?
No. 4th of July, sort of on vacation.
Is this your little American revolution?
Yes.
All right. Well, then I'll give the news.
The Jennifers are coming. The Jennifers are coming.
You don't want to know what news sites I look at.
Fine, I'll give you one.
And bully her into it. It's KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart app. Here's Jennifer Jones-Lee, reluctantly, apparently, live from the 24-hour KFI newsroom.
Danish police there is no indication yesterday's deadly shooting at a mall was an act of terror. Russian cosmonauts on the International Space Station are celebrating Russian forces capturing the eastern Ukrainian region. The Russian Space Agency described the capture as a liberation day to celebrate both on Earth and in space. And Ariana Grande made history on Spotify. The pop star song Positions is her 7th to hit the 1 billion streams mark on the platform. Here's SoCal weather from KFI. We've got a beautiful day ahead with highs from the upper 60s to low 70s at the beaches. We'll be in the mid-70s for Metro LA and OC, just the upper 70s, low 80s for the valleys and the IE. Let's get a look at your drive with the KFI in the sky, and this time for Jeff Baugh, we're checking out the 101 again.
You betcha we sure, but the marine layers really cramping my style here, Jennifer, but hell, they're not forecast right on the money. Little good news now. If you were listening last time, I had quite a crash here, westbound 101, right at the 405. CHP and Fire Department, City Fire, to stop all lanes to get it all figured out. Right now, it's just the left lane. Now, I really urge you to be careful because it's literally full speed coming across here, and you can get to the north and south 405, all that, but just be careful. Again, the left lane blocked. A little bit better news for the South 110. Now at Expo, it's all lanes instead of Florence as well. So if you get on the South 110, anywhere south of Exposition, you'll be okay. And real quick, be careful around PCH and Topanga Canyon. We're getting word of something going on there. I'll follow up for you. Jeff Baugh, KFI in the sky.
If your business has 5 or more employees and you manage to survive COVID, you're eligible to receive a payroll tax rebate of $26,000 per employee. And this is not a loan. It's yours. The challenge is getting your hands on it. How do you cut through the red tape? How does your business get the money? Go to getrefunds.com. They're specialists in this little-known payroll tax refund program, and they do all the work. No charge up front. They share a percentage of the cash they get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those who took PPP money, nonprofits, even those that had increases in sales. They got my business a 6-figure refund, and their average client gets $250,000 back. Go to getrefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, answer a few questions, they do the rest. Getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindster today and save big. Blindster.com.
This report is sponsored by GiveMeTheVin.com.
I've never seen a used car market this high. But when she drops off, she's going to drop off hot and fast. So if you want to sell your ride, I'd do it now. Grab it while you can.
Sell up your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 38,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Are you like me? Have you gotten to the point in life where value is paramount for your hard-earned money? Hey, it's Neil Saavedra. When our home needed new windows, we called American Vision Windows, period. Their commitment to using the best quality materials and expert installers gave us the best value. The owners, Bill and Kathleen, they had a lousy experience replacing their windows. They started their own company, and for 20 years, they've been focused on doing it right for their customers. Through July 31st, combine any two of the following offers and save up to $2,200. Free expert installation, free upgrade to the Sun Matrix package, free sound package, no payments, no interest for 12 months. Choose any two and save. CSLB number 778326. Trust the window company that I trust, my family and friends trust, American Vision Windows. Call them today. Get a free estimate, 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908, or go to AmericanVisionWindows.com.
I got way behind on a bank card right out of high school.
With $5,000 limit.
Getting out of high school? Yeah, I hit that in about a month and a half.
And the guy called me every morning at 8 o'clock.
I said, tomorrow I got to catch a plane. Can you call me at 7 as a wake-up call?
And he said, yeah, I'll do that.
The Tim Conway Jr. Show.
Hope you get this job, because you owe us $5,000.
Weeknights at 6 on KFI.
Tell me if I want to would you strike my heart with me like you said you do? Oh yeah, tell me what I'm supposed to do.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart app. Good morning, Bill Handel's show on this July 4th. And let's finish up Handle on the News with Jennifer Jones-Lee and me.
And I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. And
oh, it's about the former sheriff's official talking about...
I wish you could see this. It's in. I have no hands on it and it's moving.
Oh, computer problem on your end? You want me to get into the story?
I would love for you to take a seat.
Okay, well, you have a guy named Matthew Burson. He was at one time a captain in the sheriff's department, and he was overseeing a criminal investigation into an assault that had allegedly been perpetrated by members of one of these deputy subgroups, if you want to be nice, gang, if you don't, the Banditos. And he is now testifying in front of this commission. And he said that he was told, not directly by the sheriff, but through an intermediary, that in investigating this assault, he should focus on the assault, he should focus on the role of alcohol that may have played in this happening, but that he should not really get into anything about banditos. So that's this guy basically saying he was told to cover up that aspect of an investigation. What I think is more interesting is you have the sheriff who was subpoenaed to come testify at this thing and didn't show up, and also the undersheriff who was subpoenaed and didn't show up. And unlike Villanueva, who at least I'll give some credit to him because he will tell you, he'll just go like, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
The undersheriff says he can't come because one, and this is Tim Murakami we're talking about, the undersheriff, he's defying the subpoenas because reason one, at the last hearing, members of the public wore T-shirts that said F the sheriff. Therefore, he fears for his safety.
Oh, that's interesting.
Number two, that testifying at this commission would be too stressful for him and hurt his health.